everyone! Welcome to a new wandering in Cyprus. Today I will be going to the mountains, but before we do that we had to come down to the sea because we are visiting the famous Rock of Aphrodite. Legend says that this is her birthplace. According to Hesiod, Aphrodite was born from the sea foam after Cronus mutilated his father Uranus and he threw Uranus' severed part into the sea. So the sea foam, Aphros in Greek, gave rise to Aphrodite. As she emerged from the waves here, she was carried onto the shore on a shell by the gentle sea breezes, and I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but the place is called here Petra to Romiou. Now you can see the larger rock, which is partially on the shore, that has a different legend, according to which the Byzantine hero Diogenes tossed the rock here to defend Cyprus from the Saracen invaders, which harassed Cyprus continuously between the 7th and the 10th century. It's a really beautiful spot. Yesterday I visited Aphrodite's bath, which was beautiful as well. Make sure to check out that video. One more interesting legend is that they say that if you swim, if you swim 3 times anti-clockwise around the Rock of Aphrodite, and you will be blessed with eternal beauty, love, fertility, and all that. There are some lovely pebbles. And today we have more clouds in the sky, including some darker ones, which I'm very happy about. So I've been roasting for days, and this is quite welcome. You can even hear a breeze probably whooshing into the sound of the video. Now, as I said, we will continue the journey up to the Troodos Mountains, which is the largest mountain range in Cyprus. And it also has the Mount Olympus within it. Now we are not going to go there, but the Mount Olympus is the Mount of the Gods. I'm sure many of you have read the Legends of Olympus. I got that book when I was 11 or 12 from my parents, and I remember I was hooked on it for years. Just spotted this. It's just too big and heavy. I don't want to carry it around, but I would like to take it. They're much larger when you come closer to them than they look from the other side. Okay, I came as close as I can without getting wet. Well, almost. I have found another stone that reminds me of a planet, so I'll take it and it will remind me of this place, and I will call it Planet Aphrodite, not Venus. And this, I believe, is a wishing tree. I am not sure, but I know that in many places people tie up wishes and stuff, so I might be it. And let me show you the little passage you have to come through. You cross a part of the hill to get onto the beach, and it's fabulously done. Dum-da-dum. And then you climb a bunch of stairs all the way up there. Now I run across the road to quickly show it to you from here as well. It's a beautiful sight. Next stop is in the village of Lofou, and I'm gonna try and take you around and show you some interesting bits. Okay, let's start with a panoramic view from up here. We are this is part of the territory of Limassol, and there, actually, in the distance, far, far away, you can see those towers. It is the city of Limassol, which I'm going to visit in a few days' time. And this is the school of the village. At the moment it does not function as a school anymore because of the lack of children, but it has recently been used as a temporary shelter for all those who, not all, but a part of those who have lost their homes in the wildfires of July, which was only a few months ago. So, yep. You can have a little peek inside into one of the rooms. I'm not sure what these are. They probably are water tanks. I need to ask the guide. And we have some cypress trees. And these are the female cypress trees. The male ones are the long ones. I'll show you when I find one. Now let me show you a view and a half. Look at that. Wow. Beyond the village, you can see on the side of the mountains, it's all terraced. And then, that one there is Mount Olympus. It's amazing that we get to see it, because sometimes there's loads of clouds over it. You can see where the white round things are. That's like a military surveyor station. But that's Mount Olympus, which gets snow sometimes in winter. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. One more time. Let's go back. I can see a beautiful church as well there. Okay, we came down and we are continuing our journey down into the village. Not sure what kind of tree this is. Loaded with berries. And there's almond trees. And then you take a rock and you split it open. You can see some of the shells left from the munching. And there they are on the tree. See, when the outer shelf pops open, then they are ready. I don't know if... There, we can see some there. And I keep going back to this amazing view. We have a walnut tree here. And there's some walnuts still encased. Oh, I like them when they're nice and fresh. Don't need to tell you, it's quite steep. The pretty typical blue doors and window shutters. I love this color. I wear this color a lot. An old fountain. It had the year 1953 on it, which was Cyprus's last terrible earthquake. And if you hear cries in the background, it's because we have a little munchkin part of our group and he's tired. So until he settles and falls asleep, his cries might accompany us. Now we are in the wine region and look at that. There's grapes. We will be going for a wine tasting as well later. The little alley with the stairs going up, but I can't hover here. They're beautiful everywhere in different colors.
If they leave the olive one longer, it goes black.
Olive trees, as you can hear the explanation.
That's how long the olive stays on. But it's quite a job having to harvest olives because imagine they're hand picking. So they normally would spread sheets under. This one is just planted by a parking space, but normally in the fields they spread sheets under the tree and edges of the trees down, so they can easily comb them off. When they comb them off, they put them all in boxes, olives, leaves, everything goes in. And when we take them to the mills, because all of us have olive trees somewhere, one olive tree can give 7 liters of olive oil.
Tiny terrace. And just need to pay attention where I'm stepping, not to tumble. But that's really pretty. And the sycamore tree. Okay, we came from up there, continuing the descent. No, somebody's missing. I have showed you tons of cats so far in other videos. This is the first one missing. Oh, I like that. Really pretty. Okay, we are arriving to a little coffee place and I hope to try some of their local coffee. Okay, it has a little terrace as well. So we have a little time so I can grab a coffee and let's see what else she's serving. Okay, and there it is. It's served in a small cup because it's strong. They give you water and I got myself a cookie because I didn't have time for breakfast again. And I'm done. It was really nice. It reminded me of the way my father sometimes used to make coffee, and I like this. They put little from like handmade rugs sewn together. You can sit away, probably in the evening. Okay, let's have a quick gallop through the parts I have time for before we need to move on. Throughout the village I spotted these posters of various people. They are either celebrities or ex-celebrities of the village or heroes who have fallen during the wars. The only thing is that they're all in Greek and I cannot understand it. Oh, it's so much nicer up here than it is. There's another one by the sea. It's much cooler. It's still very warm, don't be deceived. But I most definitely enjoy this kind of temperature. And something cute. Now I really wish I could understand what it says here, but I'll ask my Greek friend to translate for me. Okay, now this is usually the solution where it's too hot to put up these little coverings to keep shade and from the stones of the pavement to get too heated. Now I spotted this. This is like an old type of, it's not quite lace because this is, I don't know how you call it in English, but they are sewn, hand sewn things. Obviously it's quite faded, but still looking pretty. Okay, The little boy is back. And he's not happy. Okay, I'm not gonna make it all the way there because we need to congregate in about 5 minutes, but I wanted to include a closer view of the church. And of course we can't live without the I Love Lofou sign being included. And the commemorative plaque, and I can see by the dates that this is for those who fell during the Second World War. And there's a little old well by it. Another beautiful little side street. And another. And a little old lady. And let's go towards the church. I'm loving these blues. I think I already said that, but I really do. Pretty. Not quite sure what this building is. It has an inscription. I thought I'm gonna see this church better from here, but no. Need to walk back, but I have a hunch that we will come back this way again. That's in memory of this. He's very intense. Okay, that one is for rent. It has a little veranda. And look, the color of the door and the sky is almost the same. How cool is that? And then a picture of, I assume, a little sports team or sports activity at school. Guess what? I found a big spider web and the creator of it. It's just the breeze is on. So you're having a wobble, aren't you? I think it is the same as the ones I've seen recently in the UK. European garden spider, but it might be a Cyprus garden spider. Okay, from this side I can only see it dark. I can't see the colors. Okay, I can't get it into focus, but it's quite a big one. Guess who's here? Hello, kitty. Oh, I'm not gonna pet you because I don't have a place to wash my hands and I'm not sure where you've been. I spotted 2 medium-sized kittens. Hello, darlings. Oh, they're not used to people yet. Nice to see you. I just noticed the pomegranates on the tree. It's not time for them to be picked yet. In about 6 weeks or so. Yep, I was right. We came back this way, so we are gonna pass by the church. And we have a lot of priests from long ago. Okay. Alright, the tower is so tall I can't fit it in. But there we go. It's dedicated to Mary. Walking in the blue. All these little side streets. Oops! Oh dear. I didn't notice that there was a dip. And a part of the church from this side too. And there we go, from this side too. More pomegranate trees full of fruit. And we are leaving. So that's it from the little village and very beautiful village of Lofou. station. Yee! There it is. We have arrived at our next stop, and this is beautiful. Okay, we are gonna head down to see the Milomaris Waterfall, and we have been pre-warned that as this is the third year in a row of drought, not to expect a big cascading site, but there still should be water, so let's go and see. We need to descend for it. Okay, we need to go down there. Well, let me quickly pan around. Now up there you can see a crane, and to the left of it there's a ski resort. Okay, this is fun. We interrupted the filming of something here, a feature film that some people are doing, and I am absolutely sure I recognize an actress. I'll look her up. I forgot her name now. Steep steps, but oh, I'm so excited. Okay, there's the little creek. The waterfall is behind it. I need to go around. And there it is. There's still water coming down. Obviously it's not a spectacular cascade, but it's beautiful. It's a bit tricky to show it, because there's not a lot of ground here. There's many of us. Okay, I think finally I'm catching the sunset. It is beautiful. I would like to spend some time here. That's nice. Now look at those roots. I am more in my element here. As much as I love the sea, because I really do, as soon as I'm in the mountains, I feel like I am me. The contrast of the green and blue is just lovely. And there is the height of the bay. My brain not frying here, which is nice. Oh. And that was it. Short and sweet. Ah, butterfly. Let's have a quick look at the rocks. And the other side. Steps are quite large for little me. Some plants I don't recognize that have their seeds ready for dispersal. Okay, one last look. I like it here. Just wanted to have a closer. I will look it up if I can find it and put up the name of it. There, you see? Seeds are ready. Need to get back to my little minivan. Probably that's how it looks like when there's more water. And that is a nice price when they're not trying to rob you like places. I found Cyprus very nice in this aspect. And we can't go away without the kitty. No. Our next stop is at a winery, and I'm just admiring this beautiful fig tree and some cool bikes. Lion Spirit Winery and Distillery. We will also get to try some of them, and I really hope that they'll give us a taste of the Commandaria wine, which is Cyprus's most famous wine. It's a dessert wine, and I prefer that over dry wines. I don't mind a good medium, but yeah, I'm not really a wine person. They have a roof garden. Oh, look at those barrels. Beautifully done. There we go, now we can even see them. And there's the lions to the left and right, guarding them.
Don't be shy, I will not bite anyone. Come closer, yes, come closer. Our winery 3 have one dry, 2 medium sweet. Then we have the reason have been brought all the way here to try the wine of love.
Okay.
Wine of Aphrodite. We make it from the local grape variety Scenic, which is very light. Its signature stands in the aftertaste, has very soft citrusy notes. The wine is 12.5% alcohol, flavors of lime, grapefruit, and green apples.
There's a palate cleanser, olive oil, and bread.
So guys, the glasses are empty, it's time for our next wine. Now, we will be going a bit to make a wine sweet or medium sweet. It's forbidden by law to add any sugar or grape juice into the wine. So what we do, we late harvest the grape. The grape sits longer on the vine by 2 months. Doing so, the grape on the vine dries. The sugar, the fructose in the grape rises while the juice gets lowered. So per liter of wine, we use more grapes than for a dry wine. Next wine, it's going to be a medium sweet blue wine. How we make it blue? That's the logical
that's
question.
what I want to ask.
Yeah? Now, the wine is starting its life as a white medium powder that is made from 3 skins of grapes. We use powder of the Cypriot Scenic, which has a light gold pigment, powder of the Cypriot Mavro, which has a dark red pigment, but the most important is the powder of the French grape variety Pinot Noir because of its velvet pigment. The powder is blended 3 times along 6 months. Each time is done in different proportions, so by the end we get a stable blue color. The wine is going to feel like a champagne without any gas. Flavors of mango, apricot with hints of green apples. The glasses are again in. For the next wine, we'll be going to my poison of choice every night. I'm not an alcoholic, it's part of my job. I call it quality control. It makes me feel better about my habits. Now, the next wine, it's a medium sweet red. It's called Olympia, and we make it from the Cypriot and Greek variety Lefkada, which has very high tannins. Now, the grape originates from Greece, from the island of Lefkada. The thing is, in Cyprus, along the hundreds of years, the grape mutated. In Lefkada, the grape is one of the sweetest varieties. In Cyprus, it became quite young. It's one of the most alcohol, flavors of forest berries, pomegranate with hints of cinnamon. 3 months matured in American oak barrel. Excellent wine to have it with appetizers, with olives. But it's the best wine to have it with Asian cuisine, especially the spicy cuisine, which is sweet and spice. This blends wonderfully. You should try it. Okay, please enjoy.
Okay, this is the third one. It's not as easy for me to film with people getting in front of me, but hey, let's try it.
Wine of the world with the oldest name dates back to 5,000 years ago, back when I was young. In ancient times, the wine was Nama, which meant the blood of the gods, or the gift of the gods. Who gave it the name Commandaria was actually King Richard the Lionheart I, the King of England. At the end of the 12th century, during the Crusades, on his way to Jerusalem, he got bored and he conquered Cyprus. This is what the English were doing back then. It's not your fault, you weren't there, water under the bridge, no hard feelings, happened a long time ago. In your defense, he was more French than he was English, so we can blame it on the French. We don't have French here, right? No, okay. Now, he was the first and the only king of England that ever married outside of England. He married in Cyprus, in Limassol area, to a Spanish princess, Berengaria of Navarra. On his wedding day, when he drank the wine, he called the wine of kings, the king of wines. I apologize for being dramatic, but I like it. The wine was only served for his generals, his commanders. Because of this, and because the wine came from the region of Cyprus that he named Le Grand Commanderie, throughout Europe, the wine got renowned as Commandaria. This is how the wine got the name. To make it, only 2 grapes are allowed. White grapes Scenic and Cypriot red grapes Magro. Both of them are dry to the point they become a raisin. No sugar, unfortified, and also by law, the wine is to age minimum 2 years in a barrel. The one you're gonna try today is vintage 2019, 5 years matured in a French oak barrel. Comes in 2 sizes. Small bottle, 250 ml. Shape of it is for the naughty-minded people like me. Shape of the bottle goes like this. Good morning when it's full. Good night when it's empty. Okay, I'm not alone, few people are smiling. And I also have it in a ½ liter bottle that looks like a love potion. 13.5% alcohol, flavors of honey, dried figs, dried plums with hints of walnuts. Excellent wine. You have it as a dessert by itself. You can have it with some nice blue cheese. But
You can leave that to the French.
it's the best wine to start or to end your romantic evening. I like to call it the baby maker of
Oh dear.
Color of the wine, don't worry, you'll not make babies by drinking it again. Color of the wine, amber. Looks like the brandy. Smells like Christmas. Tastes like love. The wine, it's very good for the men. The wine, it's very good for the men. The wine, it's very good for the men when the women drink it, so please enjoy.
Okay, let's have a look at this. This is the one I was curious about, and I haven't tried it yet. I only smelled it, and I really like the smell of it. Let's see how it tastes. I knew it before we got here. This is definitely my favorite. Okay, now we have the bottles.
For the last drink. You guys will be trying from our production hazelnut liqueur. Now this one is called the Nutcracker, and it's 3 times distilled roasted hazelnuts mixed with sugar and milk foam. 17% alcohol. I call it Kinder Bueno Nutella in a bottle for adults. Excellent in your morning coffee. No, Sivania, I cannot give.
That was nice too. And now I feel a little bit tipsy. I only had that cookie today, and oh dear, after 5 boozy bits, even though it's only a little bit, I can really feel it in my head. And there we have them. I am getting some Commandaria, because it would be a shame not to. Okay, I got some. This is my special treat. Okay. We don't have the opportunity to walk through it. There's a little terrace where you can sit and enjoy a drink. This was interesting. I'm not a big wine person at all, so I'm always learning something new. I hope you enjoyed the presentation as well. I spotted some more grapes, so let's see them quickly. Now let's include a big kit, a very, very big one. Even if you're made of stone, you're still cute. And so are you. Okay, and it's time to go. See, I'll pick it up at the next destination. We have arrived to our last stop in the beautiful village of Omodos. We are gonna have a late lunch here and get to spend a little bit of time of walking around. Tiny little narrow streets. Okay, there's a monastery here, to which I'll come back later. First we go and have lunch. And I think we're gonna go to this one. I'll be trying my first homemade lemonade. And I ordered the mixed sandwich that supposedly has inside meat that they cure here with not just cure but marinade in wine and something. I'm not quite sure. I need to deconstruct it a bit to see inside. Okay, that was nice and refreshing, and as you can see there's a gazillion restaurants left and right to me. Now, we've been told about this amazing bread they make here, and I just spotted some. It is typically from this village. They sell it fresh and dried. It is a sourdough type. They make it with wheat flour, but the sourdough is made with fermented chickpeas, cloves and cinnamon. There they are. And the shop with everything, including olive oil. Okay, there's nuts, some dry fruits. And I've heard about this sweet food, but they dip it like candles in different fruit juices. I'm not trying that, but I have those breads to try. Okay, I don't know to go that way or to go this way. I like all these little hidden spots under the trees. Okay, I just came to the back of it, I was curious. Okay, I came back to the monasteries and let's go down this way. Obviously, this whole center has been developed for tourism, but there are some absolutely amazing bits and bobs. It's just, I usually travel with a hand luggage, so I am not loading myself with merchandise. Okay, I will quickly go down this way. Alright, another place I think where they sell wine and liqueurs. Okay, it's a narrow little street going down that way. And I don't have much time. Magpie action again. There's loads. Some of them are indeed so beautiful. But I am being good, not buying any more things. Blue doors, two different kinds of blue. Beautiful. And more wine things. I don't know which way to go. You can see that there is handicrafts like besides the embroidery and lace and all that, glass ornaments and things. Oh yeah, look at that. There's a glass workshop in there. Hi, Nelly. And another. I think I'm gonna go back and take the other turn. Let's go that way. I think on this street is mostly the private houses of the locals. Yep. Okay. The guide told us that this monastery does not have any monks in it anymore, so it's not functioning, but it is housing some interesting relics, so we are gonna go and see it. And why it doesn't have any more monks in it is because during the uprising against the Turkish, they have taken the blame upon themselves, and the abbot and everybody here got hanged in front of it. So that's quite a gruesome tale, but it is not unique. Wow, the opulence of the Greek Orthodox churches. It is beautiful. To me it's very unusual to see chairs, because, well, maybe that was Russian Orthodox I've been into, but they're definitely standing on their feet and not sitting during the services. Wow.
Church, an Orthodox church, which is used for all weddings, christenings, services every Sunday, because this is the church of the village now. This is like, when I said weddings, they don't allow weddings in monasteries, but this is an exception. You can see the icons there in the 18th century. The icons on the screen are 18th century, but they were brought to the island in the 19th century, especially the ones Mary and Jesus and Baptist. Those are Russian icons. They came in the 19th century though, because the abbot of this monastery, he was coming and going to Odessa, which is today Ukraine, because that's where the clergy, the church, were organizing the revolution against the Ottomans. They had to do it on neutral ground, or where they were not going to be noticed. So every time the abbot of this monastery was going out to Odessa, he was coming back with an icon, wanting to cover the purpose of his visit. And the monks of this monastery were covering the abbot. So the door was permanently closed because the cross was not behind glass like it is today. Because they restored the paintings and the crosses, everything's behind glass, and it is permanently open. There are two crosses on the side walls. In that they say there's a piece of wood. That's why you can see of the cross of Jesus. That's why you can see all the offerings underneath of people who are making their dedications. And they took out the cross to restore, and they took out that cross. They knew that there was wood inside that they had to restore probably and put it back in. But when they removed the wood, they realized that it's painted. It wasn't just wood they had to restore, but painted to us guides too. This crucifixion of Jesus, which is the cross is 17th century, and this cross
I hope my camera picks up what she's saying. I want to show you the piece of rope inside the cross in a second. It's in there. This was part of the ropes that tied Jesus to the cross. No, I'll just leave it to that. Very intricate. I'm as central as I can be.
That's why they used
So I'm sure it's clear to all of you that this is the church part, and then the monastery is around it. This part is still functioning.
Ended up in Bizantium, but because it's a city that had gone through a lot, later on in the years it fell to the Ottomans. But again, there was a rough period between the Byzantines and the Latin Church. So there was a lot of relics that had gone from there, like the relics of Saint Lazarus, who were taken from Cyprus to Constantinople, and then they disappeared and they ended up in France, in Marseille, where they built the Church of Saint Lazarus. But the Gospel of Matthew until today, we don't know where it is. But the fact that it was all recorded and registered in the 5th century, that there has been a discovery, and they decided this about the Church of Cyprus, and they managed to have copies of it before it was disappeared again. That's why the Church of Cyprus is privileged. Okay, so if you have any more questions, I'll be outside. Remember, it's our final stop before return.
Look at the armrest, it has a little velvety cushion on it, on each side. Some of their artifacts. I didn't pay attention to everything she was saying, but I can see bones in that. There. Okay, so I assume this is where it goes around the church. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm trying to include the tower as well. It is beautiful here, I like it. Very peaceful. Though I'm sure it's full of folk on Sundays or any holiday when they have services. Sorry about the crunching, it's the freaking bag that I put the bread in. There, you can see it's quite big. And of course you can buy all sorts of church paraphernalia. Oh, the ceiling is cool. I spotted a chest there. Okay, that's the entrance, side door. And this is beautiful. There. You can see books and icons inside there. Oh, it's a little chapel. Constantine and Elena's chapel. Let's go in. Wincy wincy. Oh, the lights came up. There we go. Let's see it quick. Yet again there's chairs. Huh. Well, I'm glad they let them sit down. Okay, let's go back to the front. Oopsie. We are leaving soon, so I don't have much time left. But this was very, very interesting. And in a few days' time, I'm going for a tour of the Cyprus monasteries that are in the mountains. So I'm sure that's going to be interesting and we'll get to see a lot of beautiful buildings. Make sure to join me on that. And I think I will end the video here because it would make sense from now on. We just board the minibus and return to Paphos. So that's that. I hope you enjoyed today's wandering and I wish you all a lovely day.